Whoa, hang on a sec. Is that Estelle, the voice of Garnet, who's singing the theme song? That freaking is Estelle singing the theme song! If I still had my heart, it would burst with excitement right about now. Hello everyone, and welcome to It's a Rerun, where cartoons continue to be awesome. And today's cartoon is an interesting one. When We Build Bears was first announced during Cartoon Network's 2015 lineup, I had my expectations low at just the thought of it being too similar to regular show, but surprise surprise, Daniel Chong did a pretty good job with something so simplistic. Being Cartoon Network's first original series based on the comic is quite an honor for this show, as well as Mighty Magosaurus being their first digital series. But back on topic. The show follows three bear siblings named Grizzly, Panda, and Ice Bear who try to fit into a human society. The most notable way is becoming internet famous. However, that's easier said than done since these three bears are treated like outcasts similar to the three Eds. We don't know why the human characters avoid them or never seem to question the fact that they're talking bears, but like most shows, we just go along with it. The three bears are the stars of the show, and much like the three Eds, each of them has their own unique personality. Grizzbear is the leader of the group and the most enthusiastic. He tends to escalate the situations he gets into, similar to Eddie in some cases. Panda Bear is the shy one who does try to fit in but mostly through social media. He's cute and lovable but oversensitive about others' judgment. And lastly, we have Ice Bear, who's my absolute favorite out of these three. He's mostly silent but always has something to say, even though it's mostly in the third person. He's sort of the comic relief of the group and seems to be the most coordinated one of the three. What I like about these characters is how their personality and dialogue manages to bounce off one another and feel natural. It makes the characters feel more relatable instead of exaggerated. Aside from our three bears, we have a pleasant side character named Chloe, who's sort of the only human friend who visits them as part of her research for college. She finds it easier to socialize with bears than humans, and considering how college life can be, I don't blame her. I hope we see more of her in the future. Another thing worth mentioning is how the human characters and the setting are so well designed and situated, very similar to the actual San Francisco area. I also like how the human characters are fairly simple in their design instead of exaggerated in their form like most humanoid characters. Now, the setup for each episode is pretty ordinary but well executed as far as 11-minute episodes go. One minute they're playing basketball, then the next minute they're looking for their stuff, which leads to a hilarious ending that I would not dare spoil. There's plenty of humor in the show that manages to get a laugh out of me, but what surprises me is how this is not the type of humor that's all in your face or yelling at you like some shows. Another thing worth mentioning is the art style. It's not as vibrant like other shows and does look flat at times, but the simple and smooth designs along with a calming soundtrack is what gives it that sort of laid-back atmosphere as though you just stepped into a jazz club. The character designs are simple but nothing too over the top, though if it makes animating a lot faster then I'm not complaining. Those are my thoughts on the designs and characters, but now I'd like to go over 2 episodes worth mentioning to showcase these characters in action before I give my final thoughts. The episode Everyday Bears is your basic slice of life story showcasing how 3 bears partake in the everyday task of starting the day. Grizz takes the active approach to his day while Ice Bear maintains the cave and Panda Bear takes to the internet judging everything he sees. Now why does that sound so familiar? Anyways, each of the bears come across their own dilemma which only seems to escalate the more they try to stop it. Eventually all these 3 conflicts come together and lead into a pretty good resolution. Lesson for the day? Just sleep it off. Next we have the episode Burrito. No, not that one, that's my lunch. Yeah, that's the one. We see our main characters eating out and Grizz decides to take the burrito eating challenge until he becomes attached to it to the point of it being part of his life and creeping out his brothers. So the obvious solution is to get rid of it, and with a little help from Mother Nature, the burrito explodes, and this is where it gets interesting. I mean, talk about a tearjerker. A baby grizzly bear rescued from a tree, accompanied with a heartwarming song by Dia Frampton, was quite a sight to behold. This is Steven Universe level of emotions here. After an episode like this, I can expect great things from this show. So overall, I like the show and believe it has the right elements to be on the same level as some of Cartoon Network's other shows if it keeps up the storytelling. The casting choice for the series is great and the characters are very relatable. As for the design of the show, I can appreciate what it was going for as an animated internet comic, and it may have some resemblance to some other Cartoon Network shows, but the writing and characters are enough to make it stick out from the others. I can't find anything working against the show, but at the same time there's nothing too exciting about it, as it is with most slice of life shows. It definitely earns a couple more watches for me, but there's still more episodes to check out, and now I want to hear what you all thought about the show in the comments below. I watched it, and you can too. It's a rerun.